after the oyster, get into your leg lift and leg circles. So as you do your leg lift, make sure that your waistline does not change and your hips stay steady and still. Exhale, you lift the leg up, breathe in, go down. Exhale, up, breathe in, down. Do up to 10 times. And then you want to go into your leg circle. So breathe in to start moving the legs backwards and up, forward and down on your out breath. And again, breathe in for half a circle, breathe out for the other half. Try to do these things slowly so that you can explore the edge of the circles properly. And again, do better quality circles each time. And try the opposite direction. The same idea is just like the other exercises that you want to maintain length through your waist. And keep the pelvis and spine in neutral all the way through. Make sure the shoulder is relaxed as well. And then now lower the leg down. Get into your chalk circle in here. So when you do your chalk circle, double check your posture first before you begin. Stack your legs together and keep your spine lengthened in here. In breath for the first quarter. Out breath for the rest of your circle. Maintain length through your waist as you rotate. Turn the head when your arms is passing your face. And you let the rest of the spine get into the rotation. Breathe in and breathe out. Enjoy this mobility and this smooth movement in here. And then one more time. And once you're done with this, get into your 4-point kneeling in here. And now, once you're in 4-point kneeling, double check your arms and legs position. Make sure your arms are not hyperextended, and your knees are underneath your hip joint. On your out breath, start connecting your center and begin to tuck your tailbone, round your spine, moving bone by bone into this curve. Breathe in to sway back. Right before you touch the heels, you breathe out, go forward. In breath, we open up, come back to your neutral spine. And again, out breath, we tuck tailbone round in your spine. Breathe in, let's sway back. Breathe out, go forward. In breath to open up. And when you are doing these movements, just watch out when you are rounding your spine. Do not push with your arms so much, which results in your shoulder rounding, and your shoulder will be overworking. So keep your movement a little bit more relaxed. Just feel the curvature of your spine. The activation of your core gives you a lot of support in this movement. So you don't need to use extra effort in the arms or your legs. Try to maintain even weight distribution in your limbs. And feel your body sort of floating back and forth as if you are in space. And then after this one, you come back to your neutral. We're going to try to work on our legs now. So, out breath. Slide one leg out, get into your tabletop here. Maintain your hips balance, lifting this leg off the ground. And then bring it back down on your in-breath and slide the leg back in. When you're doing all these, try not to lean on the side. Out breath, slide the leg out. And then breathe in. Down and return. Out breath, slide and up. In breath, down and back. Out breath, slide and up. Breathe in, down and return. And help me just remember to keep the shoulder wide and spines lengthened. The waist is long. Keep a good balance of your body. Do not sway your body to the side before you lift or do any movement. And then after this one, now lie onto the other side. Let's do your oyster again. Again, check your feet. Fold up the cushion. And now start to open the leg first. Keep the pelvis stability. Out breath, opening up the knee. In breath to close. Out breath up. In breath down. While you're doing these movements, again, feel free to check your own lower back and the hip. Give yourself tactile feedback, ensuring that your waist and the hip are staying unchanged. Feel the turning out motion of your thigh bone. And then on this next one, staying up here again, keep the angle of your thigh, try to maintain space in your hip, and then do your kicks. Exhale, kick, breathing back. Out breath, kick, breathing back. Keep going. Maintain length through the thigh and the legs, all the way to the toes. Do as many as your body could do. If you find your body started slacking and your hip or your lower back started moving, then take a rest and do it again. Make sure every single rep is of good quality. And then after this one, close your legs, bend your bottom knee and get your top leg straight. Now going to leg lift again. Exhale up, in breath down. Out breath up, breathing down. Maintain length through the legs and lengthen both sides of your waist as well. Making sure stability is still with you. Your hip and your spine is still being unchanged. And then now go into your leg circles in here. Keep your circles even. And again, try not to use your lower back to help you stir these circles. So if you have a friend at home to help you check, that's great. If not, just use your hands as your best friend. Give yourself tactile feedback, constantly checking your lower back, your hip, or even place it in front of your tummy to ask yourself, are you recruiting enough? And then the other way. If you're recruiting enough, your tummy will not be popping out when you are stirring the leg. Feel that wrap around, feeling around your waist. Again, do somewhere between 5 to 10 reps will be good enough. And then now, lower the neck down, go into your chalk circle in here. Breathe in, bring your arms up. Out breath, sweep the arms all the way around. And then come back to the starting point again, breathe in. And breathe out for the rest of it. Breathing in again. And then out breath. One more time. And then breathe out. And enjoy every single movement in here. So you can feel the sequential movement and that domino effect. How one movement starts the next one. And it continues on, looping through and through. And then you come into your diamond press. Get both legs parallel. Palms are like this. Put your forehead between your hands there. Shoulders are releasing, keeping it wide. Now, connect your tummy before you start moving. On the out breath, start lifting your nose, your head, neck, and spine coming up bone by bone. It is a gentle curve going upwards and forwards in here. Breathe in when you get to the top. Breathe out. Start to release the spine bit by bit, gradually. And again, out breath, moving the nose forward and then up. Then your neck begins to move one bone after the other. Maintain shoulders width and try to keep your arms and shoulders not pushing, okay? And then out breath to return back down. So when you do these diamond press, your arm doesn't need to push. It's already come from your spine. You can feel the space between the scapulars moving. Maintain the height, and now let's see if we can try to add the arm movement here, just like in class. Breathe in, bring one arm up. Out breath, let's return. When you pick up the arms into your salute, keep the angle in your arm. Don't let the arm drive back this way. Keep the elbows pointing out sideways as you lift. You want to lift the arms at equal speed. If your elbow is going up first, then you will be impinging your shoulders. So make sure you are keeping them even speed. You can feel it because you will probably feel stuck and you can't pick up your arm higher. And now try both arms. And then both arms down. And again, both up. And both down. One more time. And then let's release the spine. Now on the next round, we are going to move the arms a little bit bigger into sweeping arms motion. On the out breath, let's bring the spine up first. In breath, bring your arms up into salute, and then out breath, start sweeping the arms to the side of the body. In breath, sweep back. Out breath, go again. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. And on this next one, let's release your spine back down. And now we're going to go into our prone circles in here. Get your legs into turn out. Start one leg at a time. Out breath, lifting one leg up. Breathing down. Out breath, lift. Breathing down. Out breath. In breath. Out breath. In breath. Try both legs goes up. When you're lifting the leg, maintain length through the thigh here. And now slowly draw your circle without disturbing your lower back. If you find this exercise difficult, then go back to just picking up the legs and perhaps practice picking the legs up one at a time only. Until you feel the lower back is not helping you to do these movements, then you can start doing these harder movements. You want to make sure the lower back is not sinking down. Shoulders here, they should be nice and relaxed when you are doing these legs movement. Keep the legs long. And make this your last one now. Lower the leg down. Go into your cobra. Moving your palms by the side of your shoulders. Out breath. Start lifting your head, neck, spine coming up bone by bone. Start to just go halfway first to test yourself. And then out breath, release. As I always say, you do not want to fold your waistline, okay? So make sure you maintain length through the back of your neck and your head. Feel like a forward and upward feeling rather than folding. Breathe in at the top. Out breath, release back down bone by bone. And again, out breath, go ahead, neck, spine going up. Feel the shoulders being wide, elbows still sinking down. And then release, gradually reversing your movement. Don't let your elbows fly out to the side. Let's go again. Head, neck, spine going up, up, up. Once you get to the top, take an in breath. Feel the length of the spine. Out breath to return. Feel every single gradual movement. And now let's make this your final one. Lifting the head, neck and spine. Go all the way up and then bend your knees. Sit back towards your heels. Send your bottom all the way to your toes and your heels. Let yourself be resting in here. just do a few deep breaths. Feel the rise and fall of the rib cage. It's time for you to bring back your awareness and observation. We always go back to it because awareness is the key for you to improve your movement each time. On your next out breath, let's restack your spine. Big your tailbone, roll back in, and then spine goes up. And then out. Let's do some side reach before we finish off with some meditation. Now here, breathe in, bring one of your arms up, keep your shoulders released. Out breath, tilt the head, neck and spine to the side. Breathe in to hold, out breath to return, and floating your arms back down. And again, breathe in, out breath to the side. Breathe in to hold, out breath to return. And again, breathe in, out breath. Feel the lengthening feeling all the way along the spine. Make sure your bottom stays down. Keep your hips grounded and maintain length through your spine. Make this your last one. And then after you return, we're going to do a bit of floating arms and meditation together. So gently close your eyes and now breathe in, floating your arms up. You can feel the scapula opening out and up, fanning out. You can feel the movement over there in your back. And the arms are light. And again, breathe in, floating the arms up. And breathe out, floating the arms down. Feel the peacefulness in your surrounding and perhaps some quietness in your surrounding. Feel how tall your spine is in this next one. And when you bring your arms down, let your spine become even taller and your hips become even more grounded. Let go of your thighs, your feet and your toes. Let your muscles release. It is your bones doing the movement for you. And then help me now, think of a positive intention you want to set for the week. Breathe in, bring the arms up and think of your positive intention. And then breathe out as you float the arms down. Find yourself have a little bit more room to fill up your body, not just with air, but with this positive thought. So breathe in. When you breathe out this time, can you run this in front of your body like you're painting your body with this thought? Brush it all the way from your head to your neck, your chest, your tummy, your hips, your thigh, knee, your legs and your toes. And again, find more room and breathe in. Think of that thought. And breathe out, brush it all the way from your head, your neck, your chest, all the way around your body. Feel grounded at the same time. Feel the inner peace that is with you. On this last one, take a deep breath in. Time to say thank you to your body and give yourself a big smile. And when you breathe out, run this thankfulness all the way through your body, collecting your good vibe. And now say thank you to yourself. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you would do these exercises more often at home and keep looping through. Watch this video again and again and see if you have any questions. If you do, send me a WhatsApp message or email me.